I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Good Liars, but they are so funny, dude. They go to like Trump rallies and stuff and they ask people hilarious questions. Let's check out some of their shorts on YouTube.
Hey, JD,
Yeah.
I got your book.
Okay.
And
Oh my God, I remember this. Yes, JD Vance was up there on stage giving a talk or whatever, and he comes up and starts doing this, like right in the middle of his speech.
I just had one question for you.
Can I finish my remarks
Yeah,
first?
I just want to know if I could get a refund. I didn't like the book very much.
All right. There we go.
$16.99.
You're gonna go.
$21 in Canada. It just wasn't that good. I didn't find the the main character wasn't very likable.
I remember driving.
The main character wasn't likable. He was the main character, JD Vance. That's really good. It wasn't a fiction book. It was nonfiction. That's funny, man. These people are the best. I love the Good Liars. They're really funny sometimes.
I remember driving down the road and kind of just like an offhanded comment, just like, "Oh, hey, look, JD Vance is having a rally," and we kind of like go past it, like not
Why
even
were
thinking
we
to
in
pass it.
Ohio again?
We were just sightseeing.
Just
we were
sightseeing. We were on a
Just on
sightseeing
vacation.
trip.
We were on vacation.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this was a little while ago. I'm trying to remember exactly.
By the way, the algorithm is hitting me hard right now, completely ignoring me. So I'd appreciate if you watch to the end of the video. Having increased watch time as a percentage and a raw number is what pushes the video further. Also check out my books, owenmorgan.com. All right, back to the video.
The mass shootings are because why?
Because we have the Second Amendment that allows us to have guns. A lot of countries don't have the power to get guns as easily as we can, and that's the reason, because there's more
So
guns.
the mass shootings are because of
more guns, more people.
I love it, dude. You're not supposed to say that out loud. This is the logical conclusion of conservative ideology on gun ownership. The logical conclusion. If there are more guns around, there will be more attacks. That's just a fact of the world. And she admits it here. I love that.
And if you have more guns, more people, more crazy people that have guns, stuff happens. I wouldn't blame the gun. You got to blame
But you're kind of, that's the reason for more gun control, is that more guns, more crazy people, more bad things happen.
I mean, when a crazy person with a gun comes in, how do you take them out?
The police. You know how you deal with that issue? Reduce the number of guns in the country. That's how you do it. I don't even want, like, to confiscate people's guns. You know what I want? I want to make it so that people can sell their guns back to the government if they choose. And I want to create a licensing program so that you have to be certified and licensed. Like, it has to be as difficult to buy a gun as it is to buy a car, at least. Right now, it is not.
Another gun.
So your answer to the gun issue would be more guns, more people carrying guns.
The answer is not actually somebody else with a gun. That adds to the chaos and causes more death. But okay, whatever.
What are your thoughts on abortion?
On abortion, I'm pro-life, so.
Pro-life? And if there could be more gun control that could save children's lives, would you want to pass that gun control?
How would that save children's lives?
Well, just hypothetically, I imagine, right? Is what he's saying?
It's the mass shootings, guns. Guns is the leading cause of death for children in America.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yes, it is. Like, are you really disagreeing with factual information?
You know, it is. It is.
No, it's not.
Guns is the leading cause of death for children in America.
Okay, but that's... Thank you.
He's trying to escape it. He's trying to get out of this conversation.
Okay.
God, dude.
We're here outside the RNC, and a lot of people made a big deal about toning down the rhetoric. We're going to see some of the gear they're selling here.
Probably going to be some pretty level-headed stuff. I'll read that for you. It says, "Not my president," and then it says Biden, and the is made of guns.
That's toning down the rhetoric, all right.
Well, I saw it last night with my own eyes with Nikki Haley standing up on stage. Previous presidential candidates like Ron DeSantis, 2016 candidates like Ted Cruz. The party is together.
And is Mike Pence here at the RNC?
I haven't seen him.
Oh, God. I don't know which year this was, but this is almost certainly after Donald Trump said Mike Pence betrayed us, and people were hunting for him to put him on the noose, which was hung up outside of the Capitol. So that doesn't seem very unified. To me, that seems like Donald Trump commandeering the party and forcing people to conform to his will. God, dude.
Donald Trump still has not said that he lost the last election.
You should be able to lose the last election. The people lost. We were the ones that should have some kind of lawsuits against all of these administrative people up there and have it for treason. And you know what the punishment for treason is? Hanging on the square.
Okay. Treason is giving aid or comfort to an enemy. That is not what happened. Do you mean sedition? Do you mean insurrection? I mean, these are all different things. They're different words that have different meanings, and you need to use them correctly. Anyway, she's arguing this because the claim is that the judges threw out all of the legal cases because they didn't have standing, and, you know, the people are the ones that were wronged in this whole situation. It's just legal nonsense that some ridiculous TV lawyer who knows the TV pillow salesman came up with. It doesn't make any sense at all. Anyway, it's sad to me that these people are so gone in their heads that they really bought all of this election nonsense. This is what I'm talking about. That bubble is unpierceable. That Fox News bubble. Like, Fox News did more damage to United States society than anything ever, including, I would argue, I would have to think about this more, but I'm going to argue, including cancer, HIV, greenhouse gases, all combined. I would argue it has done more damage to society than even that. More deaths may be attributable.
Let's do that and see if we don't change some of this garbage.
What do you think about the rhetoric these days? You think there's an issue with the rhetoric? Because
she just said you should hang if you disagree with Trump's loss or something? I don't know.
What do you think about the rhetoric these days? You think there's an issue with the rhetoric?
Yes.
She literally just said people should hang in a public square. And she's saying that there's a problem with the rhetoric. Is there anything that will pierce that lead ball you call a head? Anything at all? That is wild.
Is law and order really important to you?
Absolutely, especially where we live in.
I'm voting felon 2024 is what his shirt says.
Not some great areas over in St. Louis that need to be cleaned up. So
he says he cares about law and order while wearing a shirt that says I'm voting felon. Are you shitting me right now? Is this real? The answer is yes, it is.
It's important to obey the laws?
Absolutely.
And the shirt says I'm voting felon.
2024.
And what does that mean?
Well, he was convicted, but not that I believe it. I believe the last election was rigged too, so.
Oh my God, dude. How do we get into the election being rigged? We were talking about him having criminal charges. How are those things connected?
All right, so law and order, but you're voting for a felon.
Yes, sir.
God, dude, they're just gone. Their heads are gone.
The radical left wants President Trump to simply
Lauren,
go
could you sign? Could you give me an autograph here?
Oh my God, dude. The apple bag, dude. The twig and berries on these guys.
That Michael Cohen is not lied to. He lied to investigators.
Oh my God. He asked her to sign his Beetlejuice playbill. I love that. Because she famously got caught, how do I say this politely? Picking the twig and berries of a close male friend. That might be the best way to say it. She's caught on video doing that in a movie theater while watching Beetlejuice. Oopsie daisy. Just picked a whole bouquet of oopsie daisies on that one, huh?
Lauren, I'm a huge fan. You mind if I just get your autograph?
Oh, that's good. I like that a lot. That's really funny.
God hates CPAC. Cancel the CPAC show.
There's a man dressed in makeup in there, and he's dancing to the Village People.
It's Trump. He's talking about Trump.
Very, very disturbing. Is Trump speaking?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's terrible.
Well, he's in there doing a performance, right? With his dyed hair.
Careful. There's a guy in makeup on stage.
So
Don't go in there
okay.
if you care about children.
Okay. Because the other side cares about children? About drag queens going to schools?
It's exactly what we're talking about. There's somebody in makeup with lifts on.
Do I dictate how you treat your kids? Do I tell you what church?
But you were just saying you didn't want people to be at a drag show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
what. Yeah, so we're
Exactly.
saying we
You're
don't
with us.
want people to see this show. If you go in there, you're gonna burn in hell for all of eternity. That's on you. And I can't believe they bring kids to an event like this.
Yeah, and the fact that it's open to anybody and he's in there acting like that, looking like that, you know?
It's terrible.
Oh my God, these guys are the best. That is so funny. Tell me what you think in the comments.